Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome everybody to another edition of See You in the Morning. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Roll Tide Cassidy. Just really excited to be here again on another Wednesday, Hunch Day. You know what day it is. Do you know what day it is? Today is Wednesday. Do you know what today is? So we're excited to be in the building one more time, man. If this is your first time hearing this, you are about to experience something so cold. If you have been here before and you found it not robbery to come back one more time, thank you so much for that. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me, and I appreciate that. We're going to have a good time on today. The weather outside is frightful. It is starting to get cold. One of the things that always has upset me about this season, about this time of the year, is that this happens every year. This time it begins to get cold. It is the winter solstice. We do the same thing during the summer equinox. People decide to remind us that it's either hot or cold. That's what's going to happen in the winter. I don't want to cause any alarm. I don't want to have people going into places mentally that they can't handle, but it's going to be cold in the wintertime. And guess what? It's going to be hot in the summer. And it's going to be mild in both the fall and spring. Get used to it. Understand that that's just what life is. We're going to have to constantly make people remind, boy, it's cold outside. Yep, that's what's going to happen. That's going to be the move. Go ahead and put on a coat, a jacket, a sweater. Don't be silly like women and put on these new age sweaters. These new age sweaters is what I don't understand. We'll get into some of that kind of stuff. Even on a hunch day, we'll talk about some of the things that I don't understand. But while I'm here, the only thing about this show, see how I went left early? I just started drifting on a memory. There's no place I'd rather be. But the only thing that stays consistent on this show is that I speak in the morning. If I ain't sleep with you, I'm going to speak with you. So it's time for me to go ahead and speak to the people who speak to me. And, of course, the first three people that speak get the M&Ms, the mythical medals. It ain't nothing you can pawn, ain't nothing you can take to the store and be like, let me get some money for it. It's just something that's going to be an inner sense of pride. I give you a sense of pride that makes it easier. You know, I let children's laughter remind us of how it used to be. So first three people, man, get those medals. Winning the bronze today is Lynette Smith, winning the bronze. Smiling in gotta love a good smile and a profile pic, you know. And people tell you to smile more, but I find that people that smile all the time are scary. If you meet somebody that's always smiling, that is a very scary person. You never trust a person that smiles all the time. They're usually a serial killer. Winning the silver, Latoya Hainsworth. Go ahead, Betty booping it. And winning the gold is TT, Crystal Pennell, also known as TT. Good morning. There's all kinds of young people running around my house this morning. They're preparing lunches. They're doing all kinds of stuff. One's going to work, one's going to school. It's a lot happening. So TT with the gold, Latoya with the bronze, and Lynette with the silver. Also here, Franita, Ida, Emmy Time, Emmy Place, Michelle McKinney, Wilberta's in the building as well. Dolores, just like Candy. Eva Tay. Taleza Mitchell rolled up on me. She rolled up on me. I seen her out in the street. It's always fun when I see the people out in the street. And Miss Mitchell decided to tell me in person how to pronounce her name. And I told her in person that I'm gonna forget as soon as we leave where we are. So I seen her in person, we spoke. She hit me with it's me. She took her glasses off, and I don't know if that made her look more like her computer self. It was really weird how that happened. She was like, it's me. And I was like, oh, okay. Cool. But yeah, so big ups to T Mitchell. Told you I was gonna tell your name up as soon as I got a chance. Big Dennis is in the building. Shannon. When it's cold outside. Ronald Cross, the best dressed referee in America. Keith Brown, good morning. Lisa, the pride of North Carolina. Courtney Weston and Murphy. And my man Al Punter. It's hard being a football fan. It's hard expecting greatness from your football team when your last name is Punter. I don't know if you could have made the team, but as a punter. Big ups, my man Lawrence Stokes in the building. DJ Lawrence in the building. If you get a chance, man, while y'all are here, if you got a chance and you don't think it's a bad idea, don't forget to go vote for me for the Noir Awards. NOIRY Awards. The Black People's Awards. The Black People's Awards. It's not the Black People's Awards, but it's definitely an award. So, and the only way I can win is if y'all vote for me. So if y'all could be ever so kind as to go vote for your boy. And it's at noirhampton.com. NOIR. It's French for black. We're going Frenchy black. Frenchy black. I got I'm getting ready to get into the show. I got a couple of things, couple of questions, couple of comments, couple of concerns, and then I'll get into the meat of our conversation today. I wanted to say this about women's clothing before we go any further. Women's clothing is clearly the most ridiculous of all clothing because it makes no sense. Women's clothing, I've noticed. It's not fun, Nala. It's not. It's not. Which one? The ones that we just got? Yeah. Look right over there on the Look right. All right here on the counter. Or right there. Yep. No. I don't believe in plastic spoons. I think they're a worthless commodity. We don't eat enough stuff with spoons to go out and buying spoons of a plastic nature. Forks, solid. Spoons, not so much. Women's clothing. See, like we get into this time. This is a time of year now where I tell women, you need to put on something that's preparing you for the weather. It gets you prepared for the temperature. And they don't do it. They just don't do it. They just don't do it. What's going on, Roy, Tony, Snoop, what's good? Larry, good. Courtney Weston and Murphy, good morning. Melvin Cotton, man, congratulations to Melvin Cotton. Just got a new pastorship. He entered the pastor transfer portal and took his talents to Mount Carmel and Portsmouth. So shout out to Mount Carmel. I didn't know that there were candy mountains. So Mount Carmel, Mount Caramel, over there in Portsmouth. So shout outs to him, man. Shout out to him for being the brand new pastor over there. So I'm really excited for him getting that job at Candy Church. Candy Church. So Mount Carmel. It's just amazing, man, what a name does over there at Mount Carmel. I think per member, the rate of diabetes there is higher than any other church, except for at Mount Peppermint. But anyway, yeah, he hit that pastor portal and he got out there, he got picked up. The NIL at that church was a lot better than other churches. So what women do during this time of the year is they start wearing clothes that don't make sense. You tell a woman, you say, "Hey, woman," and then she was like, "What are you talking about?" And I say, "Go put on something warm," and she says, "I'm gonna put on a jacket or I'm gonna put on a sweater." And what they do, they put on a sweater that if they're an adult, it's the size for a small child. The jacket or the sweater also shows the midriff. I don't know why so many midriffs are out right now. There are so many Michelin bodied women that decide that they need to let their stomach hang out. I don't understand what the big deal about it is. I have a daughter. My daughter doesn't like to cover her stomach. I don't know what it is. I don't know if she doesn't realize it. If she gets into a sword fight, her entire midsection is open. You got to keep your midsection covered at all times. Huh? Well, the gunfight, I mean, it doesn't matter what part is open, but women have summer sweaters. Now, if you ever see a woman in a summer sweater, that's a full length sweater. It covers everything. But in the winter sweaters stop right above the belly button. It's a lot happening out of there. And so, I want a lot of y'all to realize that when you wear those midriff sweaters, sometimes it looks like you leaked out. It looks like you squoze everything down. You kind of look like a reverse tube of toothpaste. You got to be really careful when you wear those. The whole muffin top be out. Lakeisha says, I keep my stomach tucked into my leggings. And see, these are discussions that only women have. Men don't care. Men let it fly. Man, you're a man with a little gut, you let the gut go. You get you what they call a Dunlap. That's when your belly done lapped over your belt. You go ahead and you get a Dunlap. You let it go. But tucking your stomach into your leggings, that's classic. And so that's what women do. Women in this season only have two types of sweaters. They either have a midriff sweater or a sweater that comes down to their knees. If they're gonna wear the sweater that comes down to the knees, that means they're gonna tuck in, they're gonna put some tights on and a pair of boots. Usually a UGG. And usually gonna throw on an UGG boot, and as you all know, I'm a huge hater of Uggs. You can't spell ugly without UGG. I think the UGG boot is the worst. UGG boots, bear claws. A bear claw, is it a bear claw now? Is that the kind of? First of all, that's just ridiculous. Bear claw is a pastry, not a boot. Bear paw. I'm not slandering Uggs. I'm telling the truth, Nala. Can you spell ugly without Ugg, Nala? Can you spell ugly without Ugg? You can't. You can't. It's called a bear paw. It's Roberta, but they are so warm. It is that really making the difference? Are you really waking up, going outside, and you say, "Oh my gosh, my regular shoes aren't protecting me. I need an extra layer of fur on my legs." It's not. Lizzo started the muffin top reveal, and listen, we shouldn't be listening to Lizzo. I think history has told us that Lizzo is a horrible person, and we shouldn't be listening to her. I don't know how the UGG is comfortable. There's no cushioning on the bottom. Do you notice the difference between how men and women handle cold weather footwear? Women put on a pair of Uggs, men Tims. It shows how men and women are different. You see the solidity of a pair of Tims. Tims are rough, rugged, raw. I just seen a person yesterday with a pair of beef and broccolis. The beef and broccoli Tim was an amazing accomplishment. You get you a pair of Tims. Tims are solid. It shows what a man is about. It makes your feet weigh about 12 to 15 more pounds. Huh? Are you wearing it wrong? Yeah. I mean, yes, but it's not. What do you mean by wrong? Like the tiny buttons right there. Yeah, you should have unbuttoned the buttons. You don't button the buttons until you put the tie on. What happened, bro? my son is doing that. The UGG is a Converse All-Star with fur. That's all it is. That is not what it is. You can feel the ground in each step of a UGG. It's fluffy. There's nothing at the bottom. We're talking about no, and I refuse to. And I don't care how many Uggs they try to sign for men. There's not right. Y'all can't see me talking to. Yeah, you pull from the little. You pull the little. There you go.
Oh,
That's Thai magic. You gotta pull the. There you go.
But this side is not. It's now.
Then you spin it. Yep. There you go.
Good. That's good stuff.
It's a lot happening in here. We're
Is it Thai training dummy now?
High tech boots. So that's the thing. Women's clothing just makes no sense. Now, women have taken tights to a new level. Tights are not just athletic. Now women are wearing tights every day. I don't think my daughter owns anything but tights.
I have pants. I wear leggings to work. They're leggings, not tights. Different. I wear leggings to work because they're easier to move in.
Did you hear that foolishness?
They're easier to move in, and I don't mind if they get messed up.
That's leggings and tights are two different things. This is what she's trying to tell me.
They're wildly different. Leggings.
Oh, wildly different.
They are
wildly different. Ladies, y'all are gonna have to.
You know what? You go work out in leggings, and they'll give you a pair of tights to work out in.
Lakeisha, tights and leggings are different. Explain to me, people. Break it down to me like I'm 4 years old. Why leggings and tights are different, and then don't even throw in jeggings.
The texture and the function are wildly different. So, like, if I have these leggings on, right, I could go for a run, I could go to the gym, I could go to the store, whatever. If I come out in just tights, it depends on the type of tights you have. So, like, if they're sheer, you're not getting anything done. I can move my knee. I can scratch these. Nothing happens to them. I put on a pair of tights. I accidentally scratch it. There's a rip from my knee to my hip.
Tights are a thick nylon.
Basically.
So what
stuff? Polyester, I think. Elastic.
Oh, so it's just the material that makes it different. It's the same pant. See, man, this is why we end up dying earlier, because we try to figure out what women are doing. It's the same thing. You go in the store and you say, I want some. James, I think I saw your car at Sam's. That's a whole different story. And then a yoga pant is what? Thank you, Roy. What's the difference between a yoga pant, a tight, and a legging?
Yoga pants are a type of leggings.
Yoga pants are leggings.
Yes, tights are not leggings. Jeggings are jeans and leggings.
Slacks, jeans. It's all men got.
Get a pair of leggings, Papa.
For what?
For comfort.
I don't need to be comfortable that bad. Now it's almost time for you to go. Why are you sitting down?
I'm ready.
Even now, my daughter's in here in tights and a sweater. I don't know what's happening in life. Tights and a sweater. Jeans, slacks. That's all men got. Fun pants, serious pants. That's all men wear. Fun pants, serious pants. We don't have there are no gray area pants for men. Fun pants, serious pants. We need a chart. We need a Venn diagram. And that's the one with the circles. You will do no such thing. The Under Armour pants that men wear, those are function. Those are tight draws. The Under Armour pants are just the tight draws. Cargo pants are fun pants. Fun pants. You know exactly what men have. Sweatpants are fun pants. A sweatpants is a casual pants. You know the three types of pants. I'll throw sweatpants in there as a type, but sweatpants are simply a fun pant. Fun pant. Jean pants. We are now getting into a point now where we can try to figure out how to make jeans dressy. I've seen it now. Now men will put on just a blazer and jeans. You're now immediately dressed up. I realize now that it only matters what we do from the top. Our bottoms don't matter. We put on whatever we want to at the bottom. As you start getting older, your shoes are for comfort anyway. So now we got tennis dress shoes. Yes. I just got these kids. They woke up late today. They don't know if their ride is here. Daughter says, my daughter is growing more and more into a woman every day. Oh, I'm ready. That's what she just told me. I'm ready. I just got to put on my shoes, get my bag, and eat my cereal. But I'm ready. How? How, Sway? How? Sweatpants are business casual for Zoom meetings. for men in a meeting. If I'm in a Zoom meeting, sweatpants, business casual. Oh, being that I've been inside all day, I'm just going to figure it's winter cold. I'm going to say it's 12 degrees out.
12.
I'm just going to throw out a number. I don't have a Doppler radar, so I'm not 100% sure. But it is. So now, the Zoom dress code is out of control. Zoom dress code just depends on whether you got to have a camera on or off. I really feel like if you went behind the scenes of what a lot of people are wearing in Zoom meetings, it wouldn't be pretty. Would not be pretty. Zoom, you can do what you want to do on Zoom. It just depends on if I got to have the camera on or off. And really, the only thing that's affected in a Zoom meeting here. Anything going on in the lower region?
Bye, Papa.
See you later, man. Have a fantastic day. Yeah, today's holiday mass, ain't it? No, I think today was a special holiday. Word up to Jesus. Zoom with a camera off, naked, nudity, not even partial. Full out nudity. I can't even tell my daughter's going to work. I don't know. She's taking a book, headphones, lunchbox. She's in Crocs. I don't know what's happening. Bye. Love you. Bye. Have a great day. I know I'm not coming to get you, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Love you. Yep. It's been established. There's a lot happening. All right. I got my kids out. These hunch days are difficult now because I got my kids here. Maybe asking too many questions. The daughter, I don't want her to get in it. I don't want to get now. See, here's a guy. Now, Tony, before we get here, first of all, that's usually cultural. Is the guy who wears shorts all the time. It's two things to the guy that wears shorts all the time. It's usually cultural and sizeable. Usually that's a larger man. The larger man loves the comfort of a pair of shorts, and he's insulated enough that he can wear them in the wintertime. First of all, I'm always socks and flip-flops. Well, I'm in socks and slides. Big guys and shorts is just what you want. It's something about that big guy. We don't want to wear the pants all the time. If I could get away with shorts all the time, now listen, when I leave that gym, I'm in shorts and I'm not changing it. The short, you got enough weight, you got enough heat generated in your lower extremities, and the short is comfortable. Now, I'm all about socks and slides because I just feel like man feet ain't prepared. God didn't create man feet to be open. Man, I went around a friend of mine not too long ago, and I didn't realize how bad his feet were. He had like some black nails. It was one nail I think died years ago, and it just wouldn't go anywhere. That nail is just all blackened and raised. But that's a man foot. A man foot ain't made to be pretty. Like I realize the new trend is now for men to start going to get a pedicure and doing all that stuff. But man feet ain't made for public sight. A man foot is supposed to be gnarled and it's supposed to look like man feet. If you were to just go to a murder scene and they had all the bodies covered from ankle up, you should be able to walk in and tell which one of the man feet and which one of the women feet. James, you part of this new generation that believes man foot should be presentable. We don't have time for that. We ain't got time to have good feet. Man is supposed to be working so hard that his feet are bald and twisted. Man foot, you gotta be questionable amount of toes you got. Have y'all seen LeBron James's feet? LeBron James's feet is man foot. That's a man's foot. If you ever see LeBron James's feet, that's a millionaire man foot. His feet are horrible, but it's a man foot. Is what it's supposed to be. When you got a foot like that, you become dominant in the paint. That's real feet out there. LeBron got real man footage. Listen, let me show y'all, because y'all don't believe me. Man, you got man foot action. That's what you want. Larry said Shaq's foot is hideous. I have never seen Shaq's foot. I'm gonna show y'all. Look at that foot there. Look at LeBron's feet. Look at that. Look at that action you got going on there. Look at that. That's a man foot if I've ever seen one. Right here on Beyonce's internet. Look at that. Look at the formation of that pinky toe. You see it. You see it. That's man footage right there. You can't have. The man ain't supposed to be running around here with no pretty feet. And that's a multi-millionaire. That's the foot of a billionaire. That's the foot of a billionaire right there. Yeah, look at Shaq's foot. Yeah. Millionaire feet. Millionaire feet. Shaq's foot. Let's look at Shaq's foot. Look at that thing. Woo, child. He can't do nothing but wear slippers. They calling Shaq's foot awful. That's a man foot. That's a foot that's been doing years of work. It's athletic. That's an athletic foot. Look at that. Look at that. You can't even tell how many toes is right there, that big toe. They're like separate big toes. That's what you want. Man footage. Too many men out here running around with woman foot. If you walk around on that soft foot, you ain't getting nothing done in life. You can't get nothing done with that soft foot. You got to have gang sign feet. If your feet ain't it's called crip walking for a reason. Crip walk. Get your toes inside. The more successful a man, the worse his feet look. I'm trying to get to a unitoe. If I can get myself into a unitoe, that'll be it. When all my toes come together as one. Unitoe. Unitoe. Why y'all paying attention to his feet anyway? Y'all keep talking some men we don't want it. You not telling me LeBron James come to you. LeBron James, and I'm a straight man. I'm as straight as an arrow. LeBron James is in here in prime physical condition, in great shape, doing everything he can, a billionaire. And you're going to tell me you turning LeBron James down because he ain't got no, because his feet ain't right. Come on, man. I believe a lot of stuff, but I ain't believing that. I believe a lot of stuff. And this ain't got nothing to do with what y'all think about his face or anything else. All I'm saying is LeBron James is a prime physical specimen. This is what you get out of LeBron right here. This is LeBron shirtless. That's a shirtless LeBron. You meet him out on the beach. He got on some slides. He's a billionaire. He tatted up. Ain't never been a thug. Tatted up. Great physical conditioning. 6'8", 6'9". Got everything you need. But you're gonna be like, oh no, your feet is off. See, that's the problem with women. Y'all be losing a good man Y'all be losing a good man over something ridiculous. That's the reason why it's so many great men. Now Ethel, I don't know about his region. I ain't never even had a reason to be concerned with another man's region. I'm not a regional guy. That's not my concern. I don't think any man is concerned about anybody else's region. That to me is one of the reasons why I could never get into pornography. Because no matter what happens, even if you watch a pornography, you gotta check the region. You gotta see his region. It ain't no way. There's gonna be a highlight on the region. And I just feel like I don't need to see that. I don't need to see another man preparing for work. I don't need to see the hammer to know that the nail got into the wall. The nail's in the wall. I just, that's not me. I'm not typing. It'll never be in my search. I don't want it. That's not something that I look at. Let me ask the guys, because we've already said this is a guy question. I'm gonna ask you a guy question. Guys, when you watch, James is saying, I don't care about seeing it. I'm focused on her. Okay, cool. I'm not a watcher of performance art. We'll call it performance art. I don't watch performance art. But when you watch performance art, who are you watching and why? How does that work? Ladies, it don't matter. We've already established that women can see any body part. Women look at women's body parts all the time. That's what they do. They look at it, they examine them, they high five each other on them. They will fix each other's boobs. It ain't nothing to see a woman grab another woman's boobs and get them. Girl, let me get your twins right. These things is off kilter. You ain't never seen a man just go grab another man in his crotchal region and be like, hey man, you ain't sitting right in your pants, bro. Let me get that straight for you. You immediately have lost a lot of cred, and you should have been shot. I don't care how close of friends you are. I don't care how close friends you are. If you see your boy in a pair of sweatpants and he ain't hanging right, he bunched up, you ain't gonna go be like, hey man, let me get that straight for you. You can't even mention it to him. Ain't nothing you can do. That man is just out there. He just out there. He amongst a group of friends. He just gonna be bunched. There's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do as a guy. You can't even tell it because you ain't supposed to notice. You ain't supposed to know. I don't know any of my male friends. I don't know their sizes. I don't know what's happening in there. I don't look past the shoulder blades. Every now and again, you'll see your homeboy's stomach because you got to be able to be like, hey, dog, you getting a little pudgy out there. You starting to get a little chunky. You can notice that. We notice beer belly. That's it. You don't go past the stomach on your boys. What am I looking down there for? I skip that entire region, go straight to the shoes. The southern region ain't none of my business. But what happens when you watch performance art? When you watch a performance art video, who like I think a comedian once said, who you rooting for? The guy or the girl? Are you in that get her, dog? Get her. Or are you in that respond, girl? Respond. Like, I don't know. Are you watching for your own movements? Are you watching in to get tips? Fellas, what are you watching when you watch performance art? My numbers dropped when I asked. A lot of the guys all got out of here real quick. They're like, abort, abort. The guys got out of here. They were like, I don't want to answer. I don't want to answer. Lakeisha said, I'm rooting for me. And said, I don't even know what that means. When you say you're rooting for yourself, I don't know what's happening. Jane says, I'm watching her. So are you going for her reactions? Is that what it is? I don't know how it works. I don't watch performance art. Like if I'm watching just a regular ABC television show and two people get to kissing, I don't think I'm rooting for anybody. It's just they kissing. But I really feel like if they getting ready to do the horizontal hula, I gotta root for somebody. I gotta be in there like, tear it up, dog. Get her. Beat it, beat it, So you watching technique. So you still are paying attention to him, James. You watching his technique. So you a whole grown man, and you got to watch another grown man, because that's what happens when you watch football. When you watch basketball, when Michael Jordan was out there, I watched Michael Jordan learn his moves, see what he's got going on. I paid attention to Michael. I didn't pay attention to the defender. I paid attention to the offensive person. When we watch football, unless you are a defensive player, you pay attention to the quarterbacks, the receivers, the running backs. That's who you pay attention to. You don't really pay attention to the D lineman. So when you watch a performance art, you gotta be watching the guy. I feel like that's the only place you can go with it. You gotta be watching him. It's crazy out here. Now I'm out here rooting on him. Go Charles, worker. Lisa says, watch a performance art, a man can't help but see it. Just don't get. Okay, so you can't, if you get excited because he's excited, something is wrong. Could it be that he's not excited about his excitement? Could it be like when somebody gets in a room, is it like a yawn? Are they contagious? Like, if one person in a room yawns, then everybody yawns. Sometimes you have people, if somebody vomits, everybody in the room vomits. Like you see somebody else vomit, you be like, oh no, now I gotta vomit too. Well, James, let's cut that out right here. James said, when you've been to prison, you'll understand. Here's the thing, James. I'm all about knowledge and understanding. I really am. I really want to understand life better. But if that's the only way I can get a better worldview, I'm gonna go ahead and just never understand. If going to prison is the only way that I'm gonna be able to understand, I'm just gonna fail at this one. This is one I'm just gonna fail at. All right, let me get into this. I've been on 38 minutes. Let me get in and out as we talk about performance art. Let me get in and out. So I still get inboxes just about every week. People always got amazing questions to ask. Some will say, some people will send me questions about stuff. And it's funny, like if people miss an episode, a lot of people have, like somebody missed the episode I think we just did last week. They text me, they inbox me, like, hey, can you do a segment about tall women and short men? I was like, just did one last week. Can't go back and do another one. Then I got another email about the subject, I'm a woman that can't do it during the day. Can you talk about this on Hunch Wednesday? I don't feel like I'm the only one. She basically was saying her partner was all for doing it in the day, but she ain't a daytime doer. She's got to be done in darkness. She's like, I'm a nighttime. She's like, he can get all of it at night, but during the day, can't do it with the lights out when it's bright outside. She got a time limit on when she's doing it. So she was like, I'm sure I'm not the only one. Can you ask? Because she didn't want to ask, so I'm going to ask. For my couples out there, for my people who participate in that activity, of course, I got to remove myself because as a virgin, I don't participate at any time, day or night. But well, those of you who do, and does say that is she a vampire? Jane said I had a woman like that. She needs a blackout curtain in the daytime. Blackout curtain. So here's my question. Time and place. Does that change with your age and maturity? Are there times or places that you can't do it? That's a question. Is she uncomfortable about her body to not want it during the day? Here's the thing about the body part. I would think if he's willing, you willing, clearly it's something about your body that he or she likes. Clearly the body ain't an issue. Men are too visual to be doing it during the day. Really? That's crazy. But if he's ready at high noon, if it's noontime and it's all you see is a rise up, and I'll rise unafraid. I think that already shows that he wants you, right? If he's already ready, he ain't worried about it. So I guess it's a subconscious thing. So now time and place. So I think when you're younger, according to research, when people are younger, it's 112. We can do it anywhere. I think when you're younger, you don't care. Living room, back, wherever it happens, it happens. You start seeing more women now, grown women, and be like, we got to move to the bed. We got to move to the bedroom. Come to the bedroom. I ain't doing it on no carpet. I ain't doing it. Rug burns used to be a thing, I guess. Do you grow out of that kind of thing? Ain't nothing wrong. A couch, the kitchen. Are women particular about the time and place that they do it? I'm thinking men don't care. The great Negro poet James Todd Smith said, backseat of my Jeep, let's swing an episode. James Todd was willing to do it in the car. Any time, any place, we know. Lisa say, do it anywhere. Anytime, anyway, spice it up. Does that add to it? Does that add to the flavor? I think like doing stuff like being on a road trip. You get into the road trip, you coming back late night, pull over at a rest area, fold the windows up. Of course, the great Negro poet Nori said, in the whip without crashing it. Shannon said, are we ready over here? I think there's a level to it. What makes I always wonder what makes some people, and I guess it's just your own whatever, what makes some people more willing to be like, I'm frisky and give it to me anywhere, while other people are like, this is where it's got to be done. She might be just going with the flow of her mind somewhere else, so she don't want you to see her face. Lisa said it's fun. Lisa said it's more fun when you start doing it places you ain't got no business doing it. You be out there scouting places where you can go other places. We need to ask Malara, because that sounds like trauma to me. I don't always think it's trauma though. So here's I don't know if it's always trauma. She's not enjoying it enough. When you enjoy it, you don't care where or when. Interesting. So it's an enjoyment thing. So you don't enjoy it, you be like, Wednesday at 7:30 is my time. There go trouble right there. What's the craziest places people have do the nasty? I think anywhere outside. I think people always talk about having sex on the beach. I think to me, that sounds like a problem waiting to happen. I'm gonna tell you right now, whenever I go to the beach, I can't get that sand out my shoe or anywhere. I can't get that sand out. I just feel like you do it on the beach. Sand is getting in there. That's abrasive. And I just feel like on the beach would be dangerous. I just feel like sand is gonna get places they ain't got nowhere being, and you ain't gonna never be able to get that sand out of there. It's not a good lubricant. Snoop, for some reason, I felt like because of your football background, band background, middle of a football field, I really feel like that was probably a dream for you. Dance floor at a club, play park in an apartment complex, behind the school. See, Lynn is saying we have young kids, so it's always in the bedroom with the door bolted and quiet. You run the risk of dying each time because you got to put a pillow over your face to hold in your sounds of pleasure. Now, the dugout at Norfolk State, back in the day at Norfolk State University, before they had co-ed visitation, those baseball dugouts were pretty much the Motel 6. They pretty much left the light on for you. You meet a young lady, man, and the two of you would be hot and heavy in your teenage lust years. And since y'all couldn't go into the dormitory, they go right out. The bathroom of a hospital room. Woo! That's a crazy one. I had a friend that used to get it all the time in church. He used to get it in church all the time, every Sunday. I used to be so jealous. We went to separate churches, but they were close to each other. And we would set up. I knew he was getting ready to get some in church. I'd be like, I'm amazed. I would leave from my church after offering, walk over to his church. Because his church, I knew the timing. I would walk over to his church just to be like, hey man, let me smell your finger. I'd be like, ah, you dirty dog. He was tearing it up in church. He was getting it in church. He was getting it in church. Norfolk State Library, yeah. Library, you could get those solid rooms in those libraries, those quiet rooms where they were fully, there was no windows, nothing. Yeah, the library was a lot of sex happening in those libraries. A lot of people sexing in the library in Norfolk State. Hershey Park, that's a whole amusement park. Not down the Hershey Highway in Hershey Park. Just noticing that this room is pretty nasty. The guests on this show have done it. You guys are something else. I'm proud to know you. On the front porch. Shee. The boldness to do it on your front porch. That's different. Ring camera on. So now y'all out there making a movie. Once that Ring camera activated, y'all is in. Is the waterfront weird though? Work is a strange flex. To be doing it at work. That's strange. It depends on where you work at. Like if you work at the shipyard, I don't understand what y'all got going on. You at the shipyard, you getting it in. That ain't what they call fire watch, ladies and gentlemen. So y'all are telling me, here's the thing. So we're getting to some root. So I can send back, let people know, y'all think that she doesn't enjoy it enough. If a woman only wants to do it at nighttime or in the dark, she's not enjoying the experience. If she enjoyed the experience more, she'd be willing to do it in different places. So whose fault is that? If she's not enjoying it enough, is that the man's fault? Or is it, sometimes it could be a mental block on her side though, right? But I'm thinking, see, that's hard for a man to deal with. If a man now knows that she's not outside and that she's not enjoying it enough, that she'll want to do it with you anywhere. Oh man, now your subconscious is torn up because you're like, what am I doing wrong that she's not enjoying it enough to want to do it anywhere? Yeah, it's got to be two people. It's got to be two people, James. Because if it's only one person, then you will be going to prison. Yeah, if only one person wants, if only one person is willing, yeah. In any sexual situation, James, if only one person is willing, there's a dedicated group of detectives who deal with those kind of crimes. Chuck and does saying it could be both if she's not communicating her wants and needs. Lisa says the man's fault for not knowing the woman he's with. We're not all the same, and not knowing the woman's anatomy. Gee. Now I got to learn Grey's Anatomy. So much pressure. That's why I'm gonna stay a virgin for life. Know your partner. So now, if you know that your partner is only at night in the bedroom person, do you just adjust to that? Who's here's my question. Oh, this gonna be good. This gonna be good, and then we're gonna get out of here. If we can do it anywhere, meets we only do it at night in the bedroom. Who acquiesces to who? Who acquiesces to who? Who comes in and is like, okay, we'll do it your way. I think that the anytime, any place person would acquiesce to her just because they want to be able to do it still. But whose desire is the one that gets met? So I believe like if you got a woman who is, I only do it at night in this room in the bed. I only do it at night in bed. And you got an anytime, any place guy. If she acquiesces, is like, okay, I'll do it in the car because of him. Is she gonna enjoy it? And or the converse. If you got anytime, any place guy or girl, whichever one, and he constantly just does it in the bedroom in the dark over and over again, is he fully being satisfied? Is he reaching his peak? Is he really, him or her really enjoying what they're getting into? Because they're I don't want to say stuck, that's the wrong word, but they're only doing that because they feel like that's the only way they're going to get in. Or do you do it, I'm not comfortable here, but I guess it makes them happy? Maybe they could do a trade-off. Your way this time, my way next time. However, for me, I want it all the time, everywhere. All the time, everywhere. Not all men, not all men are deaf to a woman's needs. He said he got to be committed to turning the missionary out. You got to be throwing hints everywhere. You got to be throwing hints everywhere. I went to go play pickleball the other day, and It was in a public facility, but they had a main restroom area, and then they had like some other restrooms. And it said up there was a gender-friendly restroom. And I went in the restroom, so much room for activities in there, and the restroom had a shower. I was like, if you're gonna go do it in public, this is the public restroom for you to do it in. I looked in there, I was like, oh, this is it. The restroom had the shower had a seat in it. It was handicap accessible, so it had a chair in there. I was like, there's so many activities you can do in this restroom. So that would be, I would have to convince a woman to be like, hey, come meet me in this bathroom real quick. That's crazy, but it's not. So the anytime any place person gotta continuously be on her, like, hey girl, hey, Dairy Queen said it's gonna be 7 minutes on fries. What you thinking? Anytime, any place. Y'all go to the restaurant, y'all done put on the Texas Roadhouse, y'all just want rolls. They're like, it's gonna be a 20-minute rate. Sign us up. Check mark. Woo! Most of the time, if you give a woman hers first, you can do whatever you want after that. Now, Marche, see, some of the stuff that y'all are saying, you could pull it off. I ain't that, and I don't think anybody's that risque. I see what you're saying, but I don't agree with it. If you drop, what restaurants are y'all going to where you can go and get under the table and don't nobody notice? Or are you saying you don't care if everybody knows? James, you saying the same thing. How is it? I've been to Olive Garden. First of all, the waitress comes by too many times. I just feel like everybody gonna know. James says, who cares? They know. Lakeisha said she about them germs. That germ life ain't for her. So Lakeisha, if you're not doing germs, does that take out outdoors, public parks, places of that nature too? If you're about germs, yeah, but I guess you don't care if it's still illegal. But I guess you don't care if your waitress knows. Like, excuse me, sir, where's your wife? Can't talk right now. Need a minute. And it's gotta be. I'm listening to y'all. And trust me, I hear everything that y'all are saying. I don't see how it works. Do I need to pull the tablecloth up to my chest? Like, how's that working? I gotta slide myself all the way. Am I sitting at the table like this here? This is what's going on. I'm sitting at the table like this. I'm in here. I gotta slide it through my pants because I can't take my pants down in a restaurant because that's definitely illegal. All right. Okay. I get it. I mean, I thought the movie theater was the movie theater, I guess, was especially when you were growing up, the movie theater was handwork central. Hand on hand in hand. All right, there's a lot happening. Y'all nasty. I'm gonna just tell y'all that y'all is nasty. Y'all are nasty. I'm getting ready to get out of here, man, because I ended up doing a whole hour messing around with y'all. These Wednesdays be out of control. Y'all are something else. Hey, remember, if you get a chance, man, go vote for me for the Noir Awards. The best of noir. When noir is an amazing restaurant and lounge. It's a different experience. It's not the normal. It's not a club. It's not just a lounge. It's more of an entertainment venue, but it's a place to go unwind, have a good time. It's an amazing place. Shout out to my good friend Lakeisha, who's one of the owners over there. Also own Mango in Hampton. They always have these great performances. So I've been able to perform there on my own. I've had my own show there. I performed there with Joe Claire, Shucky Ducky, the Hamiltons. I've been there. I've done a lot of shows in there, man. So they've always treated me really great. Doug Williams. No, not Doug Williams. Damon Williams. Doug Williams played football. So I've been having a good time. I've had a good time there, and they're giving back, and they are awarding to some of the people who have performed there in their facility. So big shout outs to them for that. I also, this weekend, I was awarded a Black Men Rocks award. The Black Men Rocks. I was there. They had an entire ceremony and gave those awards out. I was awarded one of those. So I was happy about that. Richmond, Virginia, if you're watching in Richmond, January 5th, I'm coming out there with my man Griff, Grif. Griff, we out there. Tanya Lewis will be in the building. I'll be in the building. That'll be great. That's going on January 5th in Richmond. Please get your tickets. Come out. Cherish Event Center in Richmond. And Christmas Eve, I'll be performing at the Mount Portsmouth. The Mount Portsmouth presents Christmas comedy. It's a Christmas comedy show. It's Christmas time, man. We know that you already spent all your money up, so the show is free. It's family friendly. It's in the middle of the evening, 5 o'clock. So we'll be out there by 7. So you'll still have your day to yourself. They're gonna have vendors out there that if you got some last minute stuff you need to get, you'll be able to get that. It's gonna be a good time. So come out, bring the whole family. I think they're also gonna be doing some gift giveaways for those who are less fortunate, bringing some rap gifts. So if you get a chance to come out December 23rd, got Donna Lewis. She's an amazing comedian. And headliner is gonna be Ace Brown, who's out of North Carolina. I'm just gonna kind of do the host role. I'm just gonna kind of stay out of everybody's business and just kind of host a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and put the hoe in host. That's what I'm finna do. Going out there and putting the hoe in host. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that done. All right. If you get a chance, come on out. So that works. Hope everybody has a fantastic day, man. I think it's gonna be great. I'm getting ready to go up to Richmond today. I'm going up to Richmond today. Big shout outs, man. Just kind of fulfilling. Y'all know April 6th, I'm gonna be doing the recording here at home. And one of the things I can't tell y'all how God works things out in my life. It's just weird. You kind of know you're on the right path because God will work some stuff out for you. He'll be like, I got you. Even when you don't know how he's gonna get you, he'll get you. So I'm doing my recording April the 6th, and I was like, but I gotta make sure, like, whenever anybody does a recording, anytime a comedian does a recording, usually what happens is they do that show early so they can get all that stuff down. So you can go ahead and get all that stuff down. And I was like, I need to be able to get out of town to do the shows. I was like, let me put some shows together. I'm gonna have to put together like a little mini tour to get it done. So, but you know, kind of God was like, yo, I got you, cuz. So I'll be in DC on March the 3rd. Sunday, March the 3rd, I'll be in DC. Sunday, March the 10th, I'll be in Delaware. Sunday, March the 17th, I'll be in Philadelphia. So I'll be able to go each week and kind of work on stuff for the recording. So I appreciate that. We are gonna do the 31st, but then I realized that was Easter. And I was like, Jesus ain't rise to laugh. Jesus, he had serious business to do on that day. So everybody can enjoy their Easter ham on the 31st. But if you got friends and family in DC, let them know I'll be at the Comedy Loft of DC March the 3rd. If you got friends and family in Delaware, March the 10th, I'll be there at the second Sunday show. And March 17th, I'll be at, I can't remember the name of the theater, in the Met Theater in Philadelphia on the 17th. So come out, check out your boy. We're gonna do it. Yeah, meet me in DC, James. We'll do it. Come on out. Well, we won't do it, but because I don't think you can say that to a man who's been in prison. But yeah, come holler at your boy in DC. The word of the day today, man, is exhort. Exhort. That to exhort someone is to try to strongly urge them to do something. It's crazy that that's the word for the day when I've been begging y'all to come to my shows, watch my shows, and to vote for me. That is funny how I didn't even know that was going to be the word for the day. The volunteers exhorted the young adults to register to vote before the upcoming election. And this guy exhort someone. To exhort someone is to try to strongly urge them to do something. And because today is Wednesday, and we've been doing toxic Christmas songs, and because my good friend LaTroy is here, today's toxic Christmas song. You ain't got to exhort your fiance, LaTroy. I thought you already got married, or the wedding is coming up. Either way, I didn't get an invitation. I'm really upset about that. But because you're here, LaTroy, Malira, we talked you up. You can't. We was like, we got to ask Malira this question. So Malira, check your schedule for next Wednesday. We're gonna kind of have a conversation because you're a sex specialist, but not in a way of like a prostitute or anything like that, people. When y'all get your minds out the gutter, she's actually went and studied the science behind all of that. Oh, LaTroy is in May. Okay, cool. But because you're here, LaTroy, I still didn't get an invitation to the wedding. Because you're here, LaTroy, and because we've been doing toxic Christmas songs, today's Christmas song is called Backdoor Santa. Backdoor Santa by Clarence Carter. The lyrics of which are, they call me Backdoor Santa. I make my runs about the break of day. They call me Backdoor Santa. I make all the little girls happy. See, that's a problem. Look at here, I ain't like old Saint Nick. He don't come but once a year. And the fact that we sang that out loud. I ain't like old Saint Nick. He don't come but once a year. Look at me. I keep some change in my pocket in case the children are home. I give them a few pennies so we can be alone. I leave the back door open. So if anybody smells a mouse, and wouldn't old Santa be in trouble if there ain't no chimneys in the house? They call me Backdoor Santa. I make my runs about the break of day. Look at here. I make all the little girls happy while the boys are out to play. That's what they call me, Backdoor Santa. That's what all the girls call me. I give them all little presents. That's what they call me. I'm so confused about this song. I don't know what's happening with this song. I don't know if he's admitting to something that the SVU unit needs to get into, but this Backdoor Santa and all the little girls, they call me Backdoor Santa, and I like for them to call me that. They call me Backdoor Santa, and I like it. That's what all the girls call me. Backdoor Santa by Clarence Carter. Toxic Christmas songs. Backdoor, I ain't like Santa. He only comes once a year. Yeah, this is a real song. Backdoor Santa by Clarence Carter. Yeah. Backdoor Santa. Clarence Carter. First of all, let's dig deeply into the song. Backdoor Santa. First of all, Blind. Clarence Carter is blind. How is he getting to the back door? What are you doing as a back door? Why is you blind? He should have front door privileges. Second of all, he keeps saying all the little boys and girls. I give the kids pennies. You giving up pennies, ladies? Ladies, if he can give you pennies for penis, there's a problem. If he can give your kids some pennies, there's problems. Now, Clarence Carter's "I Be Stroking" is probably one of the greatest songs. I grew up listening to that song at 7 or 8 and had no business. I stroke it to the east. I stroke it to the west. I stroke it to the woman that I love the best. I be stroking. See, there you go. See, I started singing stroking and I started thinking about stroking and I froze up. They were like, "We're not having it. There will be no stroking today, sir. You will not be stroking today. We're not having it. We will not have it though. There will be no stroking today. Unstroke yourself, sir," is what the internet told me. We're not getting into all of his songs. Is "My Ding-a-Ling" also his song? That song's crazy too. If we were to really sit down and look at it, that's a crazy song as well. Clarence Carter. There is somebody in Facebook that be watching my show and they be like, "Uh-oh, he done went left. Get him out of here. He done went left." And then they shut the show down. I'm getting ready to get out of here for real though, man. I hope y'all all have a fantastic day. Today is Wednesday, middle of the week. This is when we make that decision, man, when we reach the precipice. And here's the decision that we got to make. Here's what people like and dislike about Wednesday. Wednesday, a lot of times, like we reach the middle. We're right here at the peak of the week. What happens once you get to the top? It's so crazy. I heard Russell Wilson, and people talk about Russell Wilson. They say all kinds of things about Russell Wilson, about him being in a valley season, or he's been to the top of the mountain and then he's in the valley. But here's the thing. Even if you want to get to the top of your next mountain, a lot of times you got to kind of go back down and go back up again. So it's not about whether or not we're going to have our downtimes, it's whether or not we had a foresight to realize even our downtimes are just moments that we're taking that are propelling us to our next mountaintop. So as our weeks go and they have peaks and valleys in our week, know that we can't get to our next peak without going through some valley experiences. So even if right now is a time where you're in a valley experience, know that you're going to peak pretty soon and it's going to be a good time. Have a fantastic day, man. You know the thing, hunch before lunch. If you out there hunching, make somebody feel good today, even if that somebody just happens to be you. Even if that somebody just happens to be you. I'm going to check y'all out again on tomorrow, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. What's the name of the church I'll be at today? I forget, but it's in Richmond. So Richmond, I'm coming. Speaking Spirit Ministries. Yep, that's the name of it. Speaking Spirit Ministries. Or if it's not, it's something. But I'll be there this evening, man. I look forward to it. Going up there, me and my man Bernard Hines, we're gonna go up there and we're gonna do what we do. So y'all have a fantastic day, man. My computer is still computing in its own way. I don't know what's going on. I just got the little colorful wheel on there. That's really getting on my nerves. Lord willing, the creek don't rise. See you tomorrow.
Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. funny man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off